Hello and welcome to your Yoga Nidra practice, your sacred sanctuary, your place to turn off and tune in, your non-sleep deep rest experience, where you will take yourself through the layers of self and truly dissolve the tensions, the stress, and come into a true place of deep, deep rest. I invite you to firstly find your experience by getting comfortable, taking Shavasana as the preferred position for this practice, and then just getting as cozy as you possibly can. Cushions, pillows, blankets, getting the temperature good in the room, perhaps even an eye mask. And really just taking that little extra to gain more from this experience by being conscious now to really set up your space. You deserve this moment. Just making sure the head is slightly higher than the chin. Making sure the spine is relaxed, the lower back is relaxed. And you can feel the bed or the earth beneath you holding you. And then closing down the eyes. Just closing the windows to the outside world and tuning in. Perhaps noticing already how busy the mind is. How much noise is within that space of the mind. And just noting that moment and knowing that in a moment's time you will have transitioned into a deeper state of rest, and the mind will have quietened. So just taking a moment just to scan casually through the body, noting if there's any tensions that you are carrying, and just your acknowledgement to them is already the beginning of the process. Noticing the natural breath, noticing the tensions in the face and the jaw. Maybe just taking a moment just to move the jaw and just release tension from the jaw by letting the tongue drop from the roof of the mouth. And then on the next inhale, you're going to breathe deeply through the nose on the inhale. And take a really nice, slow exhalation into relaxation. Let's breathe again. Inhale. Exhale. One more deep breath, inhaling through the nose. And slowly on the exhale through the mouth, just releasing the whole body now. And surrendering. Surrendering into stillness. Surrendering into tranquility. And most importantly, surrendering into the emptiness of your mind. Let's just pause the awareness into the center of the mind's eye right now. And as your Yoga Nidra practice begins, let's just witness the noise there. Perhaps there's just conversation happening from the past, the future, maybe some judgment, or some inquiry into problem solving. Just notice the thoughts, conversations about yourself or others, things that we need to do or haven't done enough of. And just notice what is presenting itself right now where the mind is. We can never truly stop the thoughts of the mind, but through this practice we can certainly find the spaces within the thoughts to reside in. And eventually, over time with this practice, we can change the way the thoughts work and tap into our highest powers to use our thoughts as beautiful messengers or simple manifestation tools to really use our mind creatively rather than negatively and to create sickness within us. So as you witness the thoughts, just start slowly to almost visualize them like leaves just passing like a river, as if the leaves are just floating away with the water of the river. And the thoughts will come, and your mind will get distracted, and you might lose track of my voice. You're going to use the technique of coming back into awareness through the breath and through the guidance of my voice to continuously practice to be as present as you possibly can. And to almost have the power to step behind the thoughts and truly just sit in stillness, which is simply the awareness of the now moment. So with your awareness into the mind's eye, I'm going to open this space for you to set your sankalpa. Our sankalpa is a prayer offering that comes from the heart. So as you just keep the awareness in the center of the mind's eye, I invite you slowly to start just pulling the energy from your heart in towards the mind's eye. Whether it's through each natural breath, or whether it's through visualization, I want you to just feel the essence of your heart starting to move into the awareness of the mind's eye. Just feeling the connection of both spaces within you. You will set your sankalpa. You may have a sankalpa you would like to use for this practice. Or if I can recommend, perhaps, I am the silence beneath all thoughts. I am the silence beneath all thoughts. Or perhaps, peace is my true nature. Peace is my true nature. Or perhaps you could invite, my mind is a clear lake, reflecting only what is true. My mind is a clear lake, reflecting only what is true. Whatever your sankalpa is or appears to you, I invite you to mentally whisper it 3 times with intention, with heartfelt prayer, with true commitment to honor this sacred sankalpa. And letting that dissolve into the subconscious mind. You take the awareness again back into the center of the mind's eye. And in the center of the mind's eye, you invite a crystal clear drop of water. A crystal clear drop of water is appearing within your mind's eye. The water that brings you such clarity is going to move through each body part, offering you so much release, clearing all of the tensions that have been cultivated by your thinking, the overthinking, the stress that has built up in the body physically by the simple thoughts. And as we stop the overthinking, we release the stress in all of the layers of yourself. The beauty of the water, cleansing and purifying. So let's just take a moment to just focus on that clear drop of water within the center of the mind's eye, like a pearl. A diamante pearl just sat there glistening, already starting to draw the thoughts, any negative thinking or overthinking of the mind into the center of the water drop. And as I guide you through the body scan, you will invite the rotation of consciousness as an opportunity to heal and cleanse the body of all the overthinking and come into a true state of deep rest. Taking your drop of water, I invite you just slowly to circle it around the mind, as if it's gathering any thoughts that are heavy or looping themselves. Just taking with intention to really bring that peace of mind together. And as you move the water in one direction, you slowly come to a pause. And then you start to move in the opposite direction. Just taking that water around the mind just to start dissolving the essence of the overthinking, the heavy thoughts. And then pausing that droplet of water in the center of the mind's eye, which now feels even more of a clear space. And drop to the tip of the tongue. The tip of the tongue. Back of the tongue. Inside of the right cheek, inside of the left cheek, the roof of the mouth, on the back of the throat, tip of the nose, right nostril breathing, left nostril breathing. Right eye and all the tissues behind the right eye, the eyelid and the eyelashes, and the left eye and all the tissues behind the left eye and the eyelashes, the eyelid and the eyelashes, the right eyebrow, left eyebrow, right temple, left temple, forehead, top of the head, back of the head, the ears, both ears listening deeply to my voice, the right ear and the left ear, the earlobes, the jaw relaxing, down into the center of the throat, down into the center of the throat, a droplet of water, the water cleansing through each point, through the whole body, as you drop down to the center of the chest, right collarbone, right shoulder, upper arm, elbow, lower arm, wrist, center of the palm, tip of the thumb, first finger, second, third, and pinky finger. Back of the hand, wrist, back of the lower arm, elbow, back of the upper arm, shoulder blade, center of the chest, left collarbone, shoulder, upper arm, elbow, lower arm, wrist, center of the palm, thumb, first finger, second, third, pinky finger, back of the hand, wrist, back of the lower arm, elbow, back of the upper arm, shoulder blade, center of the chest, heart center, heart center, heart center purifying with the sacred water. Lungs, the wings of the heart. Right side of the rib cage. Left side of the rib cage. Center of the navel. Lower abdominals. Lower abdominals. Pubic bone in the center of the tailbone. The right hip. Upper leg. Knee. Lower leg. Ankle. Top of the foot. Big toe. Second. Third, fourth, and pinky toe. Sole of the foot. Heel. Back of the lower leg. Knee. Back of the upper leg. Hip. Center of the tailbone. Left hip. Upper leg, knee, lower leg, ankle, top of the foot, big toe, second, third, fourth, pinky toe, sole of the foot, heel, back of the lower leg, knee, back of the upper leg, hip, center of the tailbone, center of the tailbone, lower back, mid back, upper back, both shoulder blades opening, both shoulder blades opening, back of the neck, back of the head, top of the head, forehead, two eyes, third eye, back into the center of the third eye, the mind's eye. space now within the mind. The space within the mind and the space outside of the mind. The space within the upper body, the space outside of the lower body, the space outside the upper body. Space within the lower body and space outside the lower body. The space within the whole body now and the space outside of the whole body now. The whole body resting here. The whole body purified and cleansed. The whole body free. The whole body in deep sleep. The whole body, inside the body and outside of the body, inside of the mind, outside of the mind, the whole body resting, a field of awareness to the whole body, all of the cells within the body, the whole body. Listening to the natural rhythm of your sacred breath. No changing of the breath, allowing it to rise and fall as it is naturally here. Just feeling the sensation of the heart as you open up to the breath, the prana, your life force, which now you can connect to so easily through this sacred space that you have created, through the cleansing of the water. As you notice the next inhale, you slowly rise it to the mind's eye, and on the exhale, you drop the mind's eye back down to the heart. Inhaling from the heart to the mind's eye, and then exhaling from the mind's eye back down to the heart. And as you follow this breath from the heart to the mind's eye and back down to the mind's eye, back down to the heart, you invite a sacred mantra. The mantra which is I am that, the universal self. So hum. So hum. So hum. And on the inhale from the heart to the mind's eye, you repeat so. And on the exhale, mind's eye to heart, hum. Breathing in so. And breathing out hum. So hum. Heart to mind's eye, back down to the heart. So hum. In your own time now, I invite you to repeat this sacred mantra with each breath, dissolving the ego and aligning yourself fully to source connection. Dissolving the mantra, knowing that every single cell in your being, in the physical body and the luminous body, and the energy around the body, has heard the echo of the mantra, and you are fully connected. Your ego is dissolved, and you are aligned with Source. You gently take the awareness back to the center of the mind's eye. And here you see that crystal clear water. You see the crystal clear water. And in that moment of just visualization, you sense, feel, or imagine that there's a beautiful still lake appearing in front of you. It's so tranquil. The water is so gentle. And you walk towards this beautiful lake. And as your toes touch the edge of the lake, you just spend a moment just seeing the horizon beyond the lake. Mountains in the distance, and sunlight glistening on the sacred water. There's not even a ripple of water, it's completely still. And that stillness is now the stillness of your mind. You just meditate on the horizon. You just simply feel the peace within your soul, your spirit, and within your mind. And you just take a moment to bask in this remembering of who you truly are, in this stillness and tranquility that you have cultivated. You just spend this moment now being the beautiful lake and the horizon that you see beyond. Slowly, slowly, as you bring your awareness back to my voice, you kneel down at the edge of the lake and you just take your open palms and just bathe the water onto your face 3 times, inviting the sacred water to simply cleanse and purify any final overthinking or any final remnants of noise within the mind, and allow the water to simply take that away. As you feel the breeze on your skin where the sacred water has left droplets on your face, You sit at the edge of the lake, once again witnessing that beautiful horizon beyond it. And in that sense, feel or imagine, you close your eyes and you return to the emptiness of your own mind. As you repeat your Sankalpa now 3 times. I am the silence beneath all thoughts. I am the silence beneath all thoughts. My mind is a clear lake, reflecting only what is true. My mind is a clear lake, reflecting only what is true. You now find a moment to just come back into the room as you connect back with the breath. And on the next inhale deeply through the nose, you feel that clarity through the breath, and on the exhale, you surrender fully into it. Again, inhaling and exhaling. One more deep breath, inhale. And on the exhale, let it go. And you just pause in the sweetness of surrender. You pause into the beautiful still mind that you have cultivated. And you just take a moment to remember this is your birthright and this is your true state of being. This is beyond ego. You have transcended. You have transcended the ego into this state of being. The trust, the openness, and the divine essence of just awareness, present loving awareness, is the medicine to every single layer of yourself. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Taking a moment just to visualize the room around you and welcoming yourself back into this physical body. This might be a place now where you reside and fall into a beautiful sleep. Or you might feel called to come and just spend some time in a seated meditation now that you have fully connected and liberated all of the thinking. Take your time, make small movements, just the sense of touch with each finger to the thumb. Maybe subtle movement in the body, just moving the neck, head slightly, taking a stretch through the whole body. Keeping the eyes closed as you slowly roll onto one side and pausing momentarily before you slowly take your way into a seated meditation. And as you very slowly start to open your eyes and come back into the room around you with such present awareness, you see the moment so differently now. The thoughtlessness, the stillness, the tranquility within you is so apparent. And you smile at this state of being that is your true essence. I hope this Yoga Nidra has really given you some healing to calm the mind. Once we start to slow the mind down and liberate the thinking or overthinking, we truly can allow ourselves to fully relax into who we are. And the thoughts will come back, and the mind will overthink again. But the more and more you practice Yoga Nidra, the more and more you will notice the space in between the thoughts, is a place that feels suddenly very familiar. Please, please, if you love this Yoga Nidra, like, comment, suggest, whatever feels your heart's calling. I always ask that you recommend this page to others, because the more we can get this practice out there to the world, the more peace that we will cultivate as a collective. So please subscribe to my channel, and I look forward very much to holding this space again for you soon. Namaste.